South Africa is not immediately the first country that comes to mind when I think about naturist vacations. And yet you decided to start a naturist travel company in South Africa. Where did the idea come from?
Right. Some time ago, we knew of other naturist travel agents that were in South Africa, and none of them seemed to make it. And I wanted to be a travel agent, and for many years I thought about it, but there were opposition companies doing it, and they all closed after a year or two. So we wondered what could we do differently, and so we decided to contact a place called Nat Union International. And we had a meeting with Christiane in Netherlands, and that's where it all started. So we became part of Nat Union International, and we went for tour operator training.
And what does a naturist vacation in South Africa typically look like?
It's a couple of days in Eden, and then we take them to Mpumalanga, to Graskop to see the gorge and all the stuff there, and then we take them to Pilansberg to see the Big Five, and then we take them to Dinner King, and then they come back to Eden, and it works out more or less 14 days. But it's only like 7 days non-naturist, and the rest is naturist.
I imagine that unlike Europe, naturism in South Africa is not that very much known, and that there are probably people who have still the wrong ideas about naturism. How does your environment react when you tell them that you're starting a naturist travel company?
Many years ago, there was a place called Bow Valley, which was started by a guy by the name of Bo Brimmel, and he liked publicity, and sometimes he would do things that were getting public attention, but not good for naturism. So as time went by, we realized that we've got to be naturists that do everything that a textile would do, but nude, of course. And so as time went by, we decided to promote our way of life, and we needed a world-class resort. We identified a world-class resort, and so as time went by, we just started promoting naturism as being something very natural and very normal. And of course, we had resistance from churches and other religious groups, but we carried on, and we grew quite a lot over the last 10 years. And so we think we're in the right place at the right time.
What makes South Africa an interesting place for a naturist vacation?
I think it's the opposite than Europe. We in our winter, your winter is our summer, and it's the sun and the nice weather. And then obviously some people like to come and see the Big Five.
From your previous guests, do you get the feeling that the combination of naturism on one hand and the amazing nature in South Africa is one of the most important aspects for naturist vacations here?
Yes, I believe that you're quite right in what you're saying. The wildlife, the great weather, the being naked in nature, being a naturist in nature, it's everything that one would need is right here in South Africa.
We've been in South Africa now for about 2 weeks, more or less, and I have the idea that Dunedin, where we spend most of the time, mostly attracts local naturists much more than international naturists. What do you think that needs to change to put South Africa really on the naturist travel map?
Yeah, I think that we're doing quite well as we are at the moment. Whereas in the past there was no Twitter, and no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, and now with YouTube and all of these different things, people are getting to know about Eden, and they're getting to know about Joxylox tours, and they're getting to know about South Africa being a good destination for naturism. So it's certainly picking up a lot, and we're doing everything we can to get more international guests at South Africa.
South Africa is very much known as a self-drive around travel destination. What is the advantage for people to come with you?
Yeah, a lot of the people that are used to driving on the right-hand side of the road are quite nervous to drive on the left-hand side of the road. And so they're quite nervous, so they phone us and they ask us to rather fetch them at the airport. So we do airport transfers. And of course, we take them around the country because we know the country well. We know where it's safe and where it's good to go and where not. So we believe that there's no risk to any international guest coming to South Africa because we know where's the best places to go. And knowing that they will always be safe, we treat them like family. We want to make sure that they get back to home safely after their trip to South Africa.